Good morning, everyone. It is Thursday, August 19th at 8:31 in the morning, and it's Robert here with you this morning. I've got Jason joining me in a little bit, and we're going to be talking a lot about what's going to be happening on today and also at the upcoming weekend here. It looks like it's going to be a very interesting weekend, and I think we should just kind of prepare for that and talk about it, and so I thought I'd do that. But most importantly, as you probably well know, today is the all partners meeting up in at Hobbs Tavern in Ossipee. And I wanted to let you know that Tim is on his way. Hi, Tim. I know you're watching. Well, you're driving, so you're probably not watching, right? Well, hope you're not. And if you are watching, hey, how you doing? Look at the road. So today is, once again, like I said, the all partners meeting, and that is going to be at 12 o'clock at Hobbs Tavern up in Ossipee. So if you have not RSVP'd, you're probably just a little bit late. But we want you to definitely come up there and enjoy the food, enjoy the festivities, and I think you're going to really have a good time with that today. So Hobbs Tavern, 12 o'clock today, all partners meeting north. Isn't that exciting? We finally get to start having just human beings in presence. And hopefully this will continue. Hopefully we won't have to go back to, living in our closets. Oh, wait. I haven't left here in like a year or two. But we'll get there. I swear, I promise. Okay, so that's the big news for today. But then there's a little bit of a bigger-ish news here. And I actually want to show this to you here. I believe this will work. Yeah. Let's talk about this little guy. I think this is Henry. And, this is one of 700,000 different tracks that they're talking about for this potential hurricane coming up this weekend. I know that this morning I got up and I saw that there was a flash flood warning for the New England area. I don't know specifically where. I'm not a weatherman. I'm not making any predictions. I just want to make you aware of this. And I'll be honest, the reason I thought I'd talk about this morning is because I found out about this little guy yesterday. I had no idea there was even a storm coming. So if you were not aware of a little guy called Henry, I don't watch the news a lot. I try to stay away from that. I saw a post this morning that was kind of fitting of that. Somebody said, I'm putting on a serial killer documentary instead of the news so that I can relax. That's kind of how I feel. So the Storm Henry, again, take this with a grain of salt in terms of what it actually shows on the screen, because who knows if this is actually going to be the way it shows up. But nothing like being prepared. I put the tractor away yesterday after I fixed the drain plug bolt that I busted off, and I fixed the hydraulic lines that were leaking. I thought owning a tractor would be like so simple. You just get on it, you drive. Turns out you got a lot of stuff that you have to do. For those of you who have them, you're sitting there going, duh. For this city boy, I'm going, oh. So good times with that. If anybody has any suggestions on best practices with not rolling over tractors and stuff. Now, okay, never mind. All right, so again, big news, the Ossipee thing. But I also want to talk to you about the schedule today. Today is going to be a very, very busy day in terms of the calendar here at KWCLM. And it starts off with this morning here. We've got this quick start going on today to get your day rolling. And at 10 a.m., we're going to be doing the Command 101 class. Today is opportunities and pipelines and your understanding your pipeline. I'm going to explain to you guys the difference between creating an opportunity for a client and running that opportunity from A to Z, and then utilizing the pipeline, which is kind of separate. And it's a lot of times confused, and people think they have to use the pipeline to manage their opportunities. We're going to talk about that. If you have any questions, this is a good class to attend for new agents, because we're going to be going over how the opportunities are created and how to get them set up so that you can save time, be more productive, and find the information you need. And that's at 10 o'clock, and that's going to be right here at the Zoom, at the Facebook Live. Also, we're going to be having that class simultaneously on the the YouTube channel. We get so much. There's so many ways for you to learn here. The YouTube channel, which is kwtechtube.com. So please join me at 10 a.m. for that. Now, that's just part of it. Of course, the All Partners meeting is at noon, so that's going to be up in Ossipee. And then at 2 o'clock, we're doing the Power of the KW app. So it's another class today. So we got classes for everyone. This one here is if you have not used or downloaded the consumer app, or if you're confused about how it works and how to use it with your clients, then you definitely want to attend this class, because we're going to walk through the consumer app, how to make sure it's connected, how to make sure it's doing what you want it to do, and also how you can use it to help your clients. So that's going to be a good class. 2 o'clock again on the Facebook Live channel and on the KWTechTube.com YouTube channel. So those are the things. And of course, we have the big news this afternoon, which is going to be the, what do you call it there? Dynamic Ads Facebook Live. Hey, Jason, are you there? Jason, you there? I think we got Jason now. I think we have him. Jason, there he is. Hey, I don't hear you.
You hear me now?
I hear you now.
Nice.
Jason Westcott. You know how I know that that's who it is? Because the name underneath his picture says Jason Westcott.
Spelled correctly.
I know, huh? I ain't gonna lie. I did it wrong the first time, and I'm like, I don't think that's right.
A lot of people do. Don't worry about it, buddy.
So how did that happen? Westcott, as opposed to
I don't know. According
Westcott.
to like something my dad had like paid for, like familyheritagehistory.com or some thing. Back in the day, my family so Westcott's English. My dad's family left the Protestant Church, or the Church of England, and when they did, they added the T and became Catholic.
Is that just a thing? I mean, if I added
that's what this big scroll thing that he paid for. I mean, he paid hundreds of dollars for this crazy. My dad's he's a history freak. He loves it.
Okay, so if I was Robert Vincent with 2 T's, I'd be Catholic?
Maybe. No, there was no T in the middle. It was WESCOT.
Oh, so the T was in the middle. So if I was VINTCENT, Vincent.
Yeah. So it's funny because my mom tells the story. So my mom's Portuguese, right? And my mom tells the story that when my dad and her were going to get married, my grandmother said to my mother, "Joyce, he's not Catholic." And my mom said, "He is, Mom. He is Catholic." No, Westcott's a Protestant name. And my mom's like, because back then they knew that stuff, right? And my mom was like, "No, he's Catholic." So when my dad went over, my grandmother, right from Portugal, "Are you Catholic?" She probably had the shawl on. She was probably offering some kind of Portuguese sweet bread, something like that, before she questioned him of what his religion.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, so that now we know, and that explains the odd spelling of Westcott. Well, never mind. I could go on this for hours. I'm kind of like your dad. I like stuff like that. I'll be, totally honest. I kind of don't want to do my little 23andMe or the DNA test or whatever, because I'm kind of afraid. I'm kind of afraid to find out. Yeah. Short story. I think that my father was adopted. My sister and I. He's long since passed on, but we think he was adopted. We didn't know this growing up. We found out after he passed that might be the case, and because of that changes what we thought about our lineage, because we didn't know. We thought that he was the child of our grandparents. But if it's not the case, that's what I'm scared of finding out, because I thought that I was. Are you ready for this? This is the previous thought. Filipino, Spanish, Austrian, Italian, and English. Now, if that isn't a melting pot.
Yeah, right.
But then the question becomes, if he was adopted, that changes everything, and I don't know what the mix would be. So it's one of those things. Well, we'll see what happens one of these days.
That's a riot.
I don't know.
It's cool to know. I mean, it is. Like I said, my dad did it. So my dad's lineage comes from, like, if you look at the midpoint of Ireland, my dad's like northeast, like just past the midpoint. I don't know the name of the town. And when he did the 23,
I think it's Middleton.
A dot there, and then like right 10 miles south of London. Like if you look on the Boom. My mom is just Azor Island. They didn't get off the island much back, I guess.
Yeah, apparently. Hey, do we have a night school tonight, or what is going on here?
We do. So I was glad you brought that up. So I was looking at on the ride up this morning. I was looking at the calendar that the 714 email that we all get, and if you're not getting it, you should be getting it. It says that I'm teaching a new construction class today at 2:00. That is not true. The new construction class was
That was Tuesday. Yeah,
Tuesday
it's
at
Tuesday.
2:00. Yeah, so it's on there today. That is not happening. I don't know why that's on there. And I'll make the another announcement today at the All Partners meeting, which is happening at Hobbs today at noontime. So if you guys have a chance to get up to Hobbs and Ossipee, it's a brewery. It's really good. We're on the second floor typically. I don't know if they've moved us, but typically we're on the second floor. It's absolutely beautiful. It's like a restored barn. It's beautiful.
Well, unfortunately, I won't be going, but Tim obviously is on his way up there today, and I think the broadcast is happening. I'm going to try because I have the classes today. That's the reason I'm not going. I have the classes today. Plus, I have a slew of one-on-ones that I'm doing today, and I didn't want to cancel because I want to make sure I take care of you guys, the agents. So I'm going to be here watching, and I'll be waving from the sidelines to say hi to everybody. So night school is tonight. What is this dynamic ads feedback lab? Oh, I know what that is. Never mind. That's me.
What is this? What is this new construction on the calendar? Oh, wait a minute. That's me.
It's me. Yeah, night school. 6:00.
I love it.
Never mind. So, Jason, before you came on with me this morning, I talked about the potential for some bad weather this weekend with Henry. What are you going to be doing? Battening down the hatches? Are you going to do anything?
Yeah, you'll find me either Saturday or Sunday, probably mid-storm, because I'm not the smartest of people, running at York Beach at low tide. But no, the game plan is tomorrow to play a little, hit the white ball and try to find it.
Yep. Well, get it in. Who knows what the weather's going to be like? I showed the picture of the map, and I used to live in Florida, and the maps down there, you kind of lived and died by the map. Every 5 hours, you would check to see where it was going to hit.
And go. At any point, right? It can turn, it can go inland, right? I mean, it gets crazy.
I mean, it's weird because I a couple of times I just took a Sharpie and drew on it so that I could make it go where I wanted it to go, but I never worked. So that just didn't work out. But anyways, we actually built our house in 2004, I think it was. And we finished the house in July, moved in, and in September we got hit by Francis and had thousands of dollars of damage done to our brand new house.
Where did you live?
We lived in Palm Bay, Florida, which is near Melbourne, which is where the big airport, on the coast.
For all of us true New Englanders that we when they say hurricanes coming, we like, it's some wind, a little bit of waves. Yeah. What is it truly like when those things do hit? Like, give us the CNN version.
Okay, the CNN version was we were completely wide-eyed and awake all night because things were hitting the house. We didn't know what was hitting the house because we were sitting in the middle of the house, and we had our little dog and cat and sitting there, and it sounded every 5 minutes like the roof was just going to lift off the house.
Wow.
And I promised myself that we stayed because it was our brand new house, and we thought, well, it's a brand new house, and we're thinking, we're toughing it out, right? And I said after the hurricane was over, and we kind of came out, and there was debris all around the house, and the telephone lines, the power lines, were on fire because the trees were catching them on fire. We had fire trucks and everything all over the place. After that was all cleared up and all said and done. Yeah, it was like a scene from Twister. As a matter of fact, there was a gazebo in my backyard. It was not my gazebo. We don't know whose it was. We went around the neighborhood and we're like, is anybody missing a gazebo? We couldn't find anybody in the area, so we ended up disassembling it and just breaking it down. But that was quite fun.
So, for anybody that doesn't know, my brother does insurance restoration, right? So like he goes to these places around the country that get smashed by these waves. When Sandy hit New York City, my brother said to me, hey, can you help? I said, yeah. So we were going down there and we were training church groups on how to remove drywall from a house and remediate mold at a level that wasn't costing money. People think you just go in and smash with a hammer, and the guy that comes in and fixes it goes, well, now we have to take it all out. Yeah. So we would teach church groups because they were going down there trying to help. And I remember I was at Breezy Point. So Breezy Point is you got New York City, and then you got Long Island comes in Breezy Point's right at the tip of Long Island.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Obama was there when I was there, walking around looking at the houses. It was bad. There was a house literally sitting in an intersection because it floated there. I was like, what? And then I was in the house, and I come out. My brother was walking around just determining like not fixable. Like that's what he was doing with FEMA. Like some of these houses were just the water was up to it was about 16 feet. So there were a lot of them were like seaport homes. And here's the thing: a lot of them were on the ocean on stilts.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do that anymore. So people were losing their multi-million-dollar cottages that you cannot build anymore because of the Shoreline Protection Act. So it was sad. But there was an Audi R8, which is like Audi's.
Oh, I know it.
Yeah, and it's sitting in the middle of the street, full, all steamed up, hay hanging out of it, and I'm like, oh my God, Matt, look at that car. Who would leave it there? Because I wasn't there, so I'm like, my brother's like, Jay, it floated there. When they were coming with the wreckers to grab all the cars, which it's a whole other story what I seen there. But anyway, they were taking this car was from 3 miles away. It floated.
Oh my God!
At Breezy Point, I'm like, that's a $300,000 car. Can I have it?
Oh my God! Yeah, no kidding. I'll restore that.
It was crazy. Yeah, I was there for 30 days. I helped out. It was during obviously everybody that doesn't know that storm hit November 1st, so I was there all the way through right till past Christmas. I came home December 23rd, and then went back to help pack up some stuff, and then I came back on the 27th. But
yeah,
unbelievable when those storms hit, and that was New York City. That wasn't like Puerto Rico and Florida. Like they get
oh my gosh, smashed. Yeah, it's the weather is just. Well, I mean, when we were down there, we were thinking, wow, it was a big, couple of years there where we had some pretty bad hurricanes, and it was consistent. And now hurricanes seems like the least of it with what's going on around the world. I saw what was happening.
We have it rough. When it snows out, we get a window, we get a nice latte, and we watch.
Yeah, when we just watch. Yeah, except for now with this little guy here, we're going to see what happens. I'll bring it up again here. This is the screenshot. This was within the last 24 hours. And here's the thing, I look at these, and like I said, when I lived in Florida, we were constantly looking at these every 5 minutes just to see what would change. This could be completely different in 2 hours. Who knows? Right. But that's what it looks like now. And just to, keeping that in mind, just put it in your head and make sure that you're aware of it, and let's just not get anybody hurt. So that takes care of the weather. That takes care of the schedule for today.
Our family lineage.
The family lineage. It takes care of the going up to Ossipee for the All Partners meeting, which I think will be a lot of fun up there. I just wanted to remind you guys that I sent out. I don't know how many of you opened this up. Jay, you may to have seen this. I sent out an email yesterday to remind everybody about the availability of the trainings coming up, and I sent it out to 900 and something people. That was my first mass mailing, and I'll be honest with you, the reason I did that was because I found I had a conversation with an agent yesterday that had, unfortunately, for me, I hadn't had a chance to talk with this person before. And we discussed a couple of things that they were doing that we could improve upon. And I wanted to make sure that I was reaching out to everybody and letting them know that we do have trainings available, and that we do have the availability to sit with me individually and go over specific issues or specific training one-on-ones. So if you have not done that, my calendar is available at timewithrobert.com, and I would love to work with you on that. So, we've been talking all month about the command, that one time at command camp. And the other day we talked about, again, with focusing on the contacts. One of the things that I wanted to kind of remind you guys about is the ability to create designs in command. Although, Jason, when we were up at with Meredith the other day, Brad Kelly spoke, and he mentioned a piece of software that was available. What was it called? List something? Do you remember the name of that?
Yeah, list something. Yeah, Brad's got a program where he builds all the flyers for you. Like you give him the information on your listing, and I do believe it's just the MLS sheet. And Brad will send you, I think it's PDFs, right, of like open houses and mortgage price points and everything that you would need to market that property, and it's on him, which is awesome.
So I apologize to Brad that we can't remember the exact name of that software and that thing, but if you are interested in getting flyers that are kind of like pre-made, pre-designed for your open houses and your listings, reach out to Brad Kelly, because that was really interesting when he was talking about it, and I was excited about that. In addition to that, though, I wanted to let you know that a lot of people go into Command and they want to create designs. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. The design tool in Command is actually a third-party product that's kind of integrated into Command, and it's called WeBrand. And it's good. It's got some very powerful tools in it. But some people find the learning curve a little bit challenging, because when they go in there, they are used to something else. And by else, I mean, it could be Photoshop, it could be Canva, it could be, any design tool in the world. And I wanted to let you know that you don't have to use the design tool in Command. And the reason I'm saying this is because I find that some people, when they get in there, they get frustrated with the design tool, and then they give up on it. And then they don't end up doing the designs because they feel that they have to do it there in order for Command to be able to use it. And this is absolutely not true. You can use Canva, you can use Photoshop, you can use any tool you'd like to create your graphic designs, and then you can import them or basically bring them into Command to use them inside of your marketing. And this is a really important point, because what I don't want anyone to do out there, none of you agents, none of you should do this, give up on creating designs. Don't do that. If you want to pay for the service, you can contact Alana, and she can work with you to create the perfect design, exactly what you're looking for. But if you want control over the designs, it's not where you have to do it in Command 100%. All you're doing is bringing in the finished product. And to that point, we integrate Google services. All the Google tools are available to us as KW. And one of those great tools, unbelievably, is Google Docs. If you have not tried Google Docs in conjunction with Command, you should absolutely do that, because there's a neat way. I'll just put it simply. Design whatever you want for like an email in Docs, and then copy that entire email in Docs, and you can paste it into Command in the email builder, and it will keep the formatting. It will bring the images in for you, and you can add links. You can do all the things that you want to do, but you don't have to do it, once again, in Command. You can just bring it in. Now, if that sounds interesting to you, definitely reach out to me, because I can show you some really, really cool tips on how to use Google Docs to save you time and energy in creating your email campaigns, your designs, and a lot of other things. So although we're talking about Command, I did bring up Google Docs, and I'm bringing up other external programs. It all comes down to making your life easier and making it overall easier to be more productive in Command when you're trying to put campaigns together. So definitely reach out to me for that. List reports. Sue Mills just chimed in on this. Listreports.com. And let me go ahead and I think I can bring that up on the screen so you guys can see this here.
And while you're bringing that up, I just want to touch base on one final thing, because we're running out of time here. Just a reminder for everybody, some housekeeping here, that come Monday the 23rd, we all have to be wearing masks, whether you're vaccinated or not, in the public areas of all Keller Williams Coastal Lakes and Mountains buildings. That email did go out by Nathan, and that's just a protocol for what we're seeing happening again. We don't know how long it's going to last. It may be a week, it may be a month, it may be till 2020. I don't know. But at this point, Nate has called the ball to keep everybody safe. We love everybody. For everybody that knows, I was in the hospital 11 days last Thanksgiving with it. It's not fun. So whether you're vaccinated or not, come Monday morning, if you're walking into any one of our buildings, Nate is requiring that masks be worn in all public areas. If you're in your private office, obviously you can remove that. So we appreciate everybody in the last year and a half. I'm going on 2 years with this pandemic. We got to keep the fight going, guys. Right? We just got to keep going. So.
Well, that is a really good point, and I know that it's frustrating. I know how especially divisive this can be, but really my mindset is very simple. What can we do as a community, as a people, to get this over with? And if we can all contribute by wearing the masks, whatever we need to do to get it done, it's not. I've never considered it an issue of anything but our safety and this basically the survival of the species. Let's work at it. Let's look at this as being we're all working together to live and to be able to be free again in terms of walking up and giving people a hug and just and sitting in a room together. So do it for all of us.
We're wearing masks. We're not locking down like last time. So, if we can do this, I think it's going to help, and obviously it helps Nate with the data and help, and the choices that he needs to make as the owner of the company. And without Tim here, I do want to say, make sure you wear your mask and wash your hands.
Absolutely.
Tim's been there for about 18 months. So I brought it back for him today. He's on assignment setting up a plethora of cameras and microphones, I'm sure, for the Fly Partner meeting. So take it away, Robert. Bring us home.
So here is, take us home. This is List Reports. I have not played with this yet, but I do want to bring you to this. This is welcome.listreports.com. And from what I understand, this is a really cool tool. So go in, check it out. And I think that, based on what we were talking about the other day, I think it's an awesome idea. Anything that makes it easier to produce media or produce something for your business in terms of marketing, I am all for. And whether or not it falls under Command's specific umbrella or whether it falls outside of that, and if you need any assistance with that kind of stuff, let me know. So that's my this one time at Command Camp recommendation for today. We are on tomorrow, so I'm not sure. I think Tim is back tomorrow, right? I think he's back in. Yeah,
I think he is. Yeah. It was just
he's back in tomorrow. And if when he's back in tomorrow, we're going to be closing out the week and having a good time talking about what's going on. It is Flamingo Friday, so we do expect you guys to be posting your flamingo pictures. I'll be doing my green screen flamingo shirt tomorrow, right? You'll be doing the same, Jason, right?
No.
I'm going to let Tim know that you pretty much flat out rejected that. I'm going to call him right now. Actually, he's probably watching.
Yeah, right.
All right, you guys, that's it. We're getting out of here. We are scooty-dooting on our way out. You guys have an awesome day. Once again, Command training at 10 and 2, and tonight at 6 p.m. night school. And go enjoy yourselves up at Hobbs, and let me know how good the food is up there. Take care, you guys. That's it. We're done. All right.
Yeah. Bye.